Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to create some Christmas decor with a little bit of a vintage vibe. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and get started. Dollar Tree carries a pack of these canvases. I'm going to use one of them. I'm also going to use this Dollar Tree Christmas wrapping paper. Basically all I'm going to do is just wrap my canvas with this wrapping paper and just make one big present. So I'm going to start by cutting the paper the size that I need for my canvas. Regular tape will not stick to the canvas, so I had to use masking tape. This is how the back looks and this is how the front looks. Now next what I'm going to do is just add some ribbon. I'm going to use this gold ribbon to create a bow, so I'm just going to loop it 4 times. And now that I have my 4 loops, I go ahead and I cut my ribbon and I leave some ribbon for the tail. And now I'm going to pinch the center and tie it with the wire. And now I'm just going to separate the loops. And this is how it turned out once I added the bow. I'm going to be creating some oversized Christmas ornaments and I'll be using these Dollar Tree plastic bowls. The first thing that I'm going to do is remove the stickers. I'll be using some super glue and hot glue to join them together. And this is how it's looking so far. Now these come in a pack of 2. These are also from Dollar Tree. I'm going to repeat the same steps as I did to the other ones. I'm going to glue them down. And this is how this one turned out. Dollar Tree has these large plastic bowls. I'm going to repeat the same steps as I did to the other ones. I'm going to glue these together. I'm going to be using these shower rings to create handles for all those bowls that I've glued together. I'm going to cut the shower ring in half, and then after that I do that, I'm going to cut off the little latch it has, so that way it has a nice smooth edge. And now I'm going to hot glue the handle onto the bowl. I'm also going to put a handle on this one as well. Now this is how they both look with handles. I'm not done with them yet. Now for the larger bowl, I'm going to use one of these Dollar Tree ornaments and I'm going to hot glue it at the top. I'm going to be using this metallic spray paint on my projects. Now this is a Dollar General spray paint. The color is supposed to be gold, but it does give a coppery gold color, and that's what I love about this spray paint. I took several acrylic paints, all of these colors, browns, golds, and black, and I splattered them on my Christmas ornament, as you can see there. So I want to try to give this ornament an old weathered look. What I'm going to do here is now spray on some water while the acrylic paint is still wet. As you can see, the acrylic paint is running, but that's okay. That's what I want it to do. And now I'm going to move it around and let the water drip off and let the paint run wherever it wants to. I'm going to let the paint dry and then I'll show you the results when it dries. Now with this ornament, I'm going to add a piece of flocked greenery and also a green bow. Now for this ornament, I'm just going to add a green bow. I'm going to be creating a bell with these 2 bowls. Now these come in a pack of 2. These are sold at Dollar Tree. I'm going to glue these together just like this. So I'm going to take some super glue. I'm going to add a dab here and there, and then I'm going to add the hot glue just so that it can have the quick adhesive. Next, I'm going to take this small plastic clear cup and hot glue it to the top. It's actually a little dessert cup, and these are also found at Dollar Tree. I'm also going to use one plastic shower ring and hot glue it to the top of the small cup. I'm going to take it outside and spray it with that same gold metallic spray paint. And this is how it turned out. I'm going to be using the same acrylic paints or the same colors that I used in my previous project. By using a sponge brush, I'm just going to pounce the different colors onto my bell. I want to give it a brassy old finish. Once the paint was dry, I went ahead and I drew in the bow openings that bells normally have, and I used a permanent marker for that. And I filled them in with some black acrylic paint. And this is how my faux openings turned out, and now I'm just going to add this green bow. I'm also going to create a bell with these large plastic bowls. So I'm going to repeat the same steps. I'm going to glue them together. I repeated the same steps as I did to the other bell. I added the small plastic bowl and also the shower ring at the top. Now for this large bell, I gave it the same exterior, the gold bronzy old finish. However, for this one, I created faux openings and stars with some black vinyl using my Cricut. Lastly, I added this big green bow at the top. Now I'm going to create some small Christmas bells using these Dollar Tree ornaments. Now what I'm going to do with these is just remove the bottom cap. The ornament has a silver cap. Now I've removed it and I'm going to cut an opening up at the top because that's where I'm going to string my rope once I hang them all together. Once the hole is big enough, I'm going to go ahead and pass my pencil through there just to widen the hole. The cap is very flexible, so I'm going to open it up and then I'm going to add some hot glue at the top of my ornament and then place my cap back on. I'm going to repeat the same steps to these two. Once again, I'm going to use this gold metallic spray paint and give them the same old vintage look by using the same color of acrylic paint that I've used on the bells and ornaments. And this is how it looks so far. Now what I'm going to do is add some baking soda while the paint is still wet. I'm going to tap some of the baking soda off and give it a couple of hours so that it can dry. Okay, so I've given it a few hours and the paint is dry. Now what I'm going to do is just take my painting brush and then just brush off the baking soda. And this is how it turned out. And here are the other two. I'll be using some jute rope to string my bells. I cut 2 pieces of rope approximately 1.5 yards long. I'm going to join both ropes and I'm going to tie them in the center. I'm going to take one strand of rope and I'm going to pass it through the top opening of my bell. Once I've pulled the cord long enough, I'm going to add a knot just to hold my bell in place. I'm going to repeat the same process to the other 2 bells. And this is how they look so far. I'm going to attach these green ornaments to the bottom of the rope by using some floral wire. And now I'm going to attach the bells to this wreath. Now for this project, I'm going to use this Dollar Tree bowl and it's shaped like a sleigh. I'm going to spray it with this gold metallic spray paint. I'm also going to use this wooden sleigh, and this is also from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to spray paint it with this color Chestnut. Once the paint dried on both items, I went ahead and I hot glued the sleigh at the bottom of the bowl. I'm sorry I don't have that footage. I lost the video on that, but you can see where the sleigh is attached at the bottom. I also added 2 of the mini Christmas trees from Dollar Tree, a white one and a green one, and I'm decorating them with some pine cones. And then I added a green bow at the top of my white Christmas tree. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please click on the videos to the right and to the left. You have yourself a blessed day.